Hello and welcome. Today I'm adding Super Fanger from the Mega Cat Collection 3 to my ever-growing list where I rank every Evercade game ever. Developed for the Super Nintendo, Super Fanger is I'm not even sure how to describe it. It's a top-down collect 'em up where you're being chased by little angry bird things. Obviously being an indie game, there's no nostalgia here, and I'm not sure there's much story worth a damn. So I might as well dive into the individual specific sections, starting with the
graphics.
Now I'd say for a Super Nintendo game, it's not particularly a looker. Although the sprite work and level design is all quite nicely done, there's nothing particularly outstanding, and against the various classics of the Super Nintendo library, it doesn't really hold a candle to them. But it looks fine. It is quite a nice looking game in its own way, with some moody atmospheric backgrounds, some quite expressive sprites, and a reasonable level of overall polish. The overall visual presentation is again pretty solid.
Sound and music.
There are some amusing sound effects, but otherwise they're quite muted and sparse. The music is fairly jaunty and it's okay, but it doesn't really lean hard enough into any aspect of the other aspects of presentation. It's not quite quirky and weird enough or lively enough, nor is it atmospheric and moody enough. It's okay and it's just there.
Gameplay.
In single player mode, you pick one of the three characters and you run around the maze, avoiding the angry bird type things, collecting bubbles, with the aim being to get as many of the bubbles as you can. The map is a fairly small arena. There are a few objects and obstacles. The objects or collectible objects can help or hinder you, either restricting certain bits of movement or giving you a temporary boost in speed. And you essentially run around the maze collecting these bubbles and that is it. The enemies, these angry bird things, they move faster than you at standard speed, although you can run, which will make you run faster than them, but of course you have stamina to contend with. Each of the three characters has their own unique special ability. The duck gets a speed boost, the octopus leaves ink behind which will slow down enemies, and the Grim Reaper looking dude does a ground stomp which will stun nearby enemies temporarily. On each level you play until you get caught, and you get scored on how many bubbles you've collected. Once you've collected enough bubbles with all the characters overall, you'll unlock the next map of the 4 available. There is a multiplayer mode where you take turns chasing each other, but I've only tried it briefly and I wasn't really taken with it, nor was the person I was playing with.
Overall opinion.
Super Fanger is a small and difficult game. With only 4 maps, there's not a huge amount of gameplay here. While the steep difficulty and 3 characters to play does increase its value to some degree, that only works if you enjoy playing it, and I certainly didn't. For me, it completely and utterly lacked a hook, something to draw me in to make me want to persevere and keep playing it and to get good, to learn the maps, to get used to how your character would get stuck on edges and get caught. The early levels are difficult and require some learning. The more advanced maps require almost perfection to avoid getting caught by the enemies, and for some that might be enough of a draw, but I think most will find it far too simple and punishing to be enjoyed. If this was a mini game in some large game or one of a series of mini games, it might be acceptable, but as a full game on its own, it's a hard pass from me.
Ranking.
To place Super Fanger on my ever-growing list where I rank every Evercade game ever, I've elected to put it above Requiem Soul's Adventure, but below Super Deflex, placing it at 386 out of 421 games that I've ranked so far. Well, that's everything for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.